Hello there, Wipper here, and welcome back to another GTA 5 mod showcase. And it's been a while since I've had to say that, hasn't it? It's been like months. Don't know how long precisely, maybe 4 months, but it's been a long time since I've done a GTA 5 mod video. But yeah, so that means I've pretty much not been keeping up to date with all the different mods that have been released for this game. So before I get into the mod I'm going to show you today, which is quite a simple mod, but it's pretty cool, I want to ask you guys to leave some mod suggestions for mods you want me to cover in the comments below, because I have no idea what cool mods have come out in the time I've been away. So yeah, if you could do that, that would be great. But anyway, so the mod I'm going to be showing you in this video is called the Car Carrier Trailer mod. And pretty much what it is, you know those trailers that are in the game which are supposed to hold cars and you see them driving around? Well, this mod basically makes those fully functional, so you can spawn one down, you can lower the ramp at the back, you can load cars on, you can transport them somewhere, and then unload the cars. But here on this channel, we don't just like to show how the mods are meant to be used, we try to break them and push the limits of what's possible with them. So later on, we're going to put some oversized vehicles on the trailer and see if it works and how ridiculous it looks. So stay tuned for that one. The first thing you need to do when you've got this mod installed is just open up the menu, where you have this option to choose the truck which you want to use to pull the trailer. So you've got the hauler, the packer, or the phantom, and I'm going to go for the phantom. Now in its current state, there's nothing special about this, you could do this in normal GTA 5, but what we need to do is now spawn down a car to actually start loading stuff onto the trailer. And I have no idea what was going on with the camera there, that was a bit peculiar. Anyway, so let's go to the vehicles menu, save vehicles, and let's start with an SLR McLaren. So let's just go inside, have a look at the interior. It needs a bit more illumination on the tachometer and the speedometer, I think, because they're a bit dark. But a nice looking car, and very pixelated reflections there on the mirrors. And I forgot to do something. I need to actually lower the ramp on the trailer, otherwise I can't load anything onto it. But luckily this has a very large range of effects, so you can change aspects of the trailer from very far away. So all I need to do is load up the menu here and raise the ramp. And it goes down, and now I can actually drive the car on, which does help matters significantly. And let's do this from a different camera perspective. Oh, there we are, that's a decent one. So we can load... Oh, whoops! Okay, I almost made a major mistake there. Can you guess what I've not done? I need to load the top deck first, of course. Oh, that would have been disastrous. Imagine trying to load the bottom deck before the top deck. You'd squish the cars below. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Oh, that was almost a major mistake. And it's really difficult to load the cars from this angle. I can't see where I'm driving. No, get there. Whew. Man, that was more difficult than it should have been. So, after you've done this, a very crucial step is to go to the Attach Vehicle menu and then attach the vehicle in the position where you've placed it. So, top deck front, and you can only attach the vehicle if it's exactly positioned, which is pretty cool. So if you park it in the wrong spot and then try to attach it in a different spot, it's not going to be locked in place. So it's very important that you drive them to the correct location. But there's our first car loaded onto our trailer. It wasn't the smoothest process, but that was due to my own stupidity. Anyway, so the next car we're going to be loading on is the Mazda Rx-7, which is in a nice yellow colour, or orange. It's a yellowy orange. Very nice looking car, this one. Last time I did a GTA 5 mod video, there still wasn't a stock Mazda Rx-7 mod for the game, and now there finally is one, which I'm so happy about. The only Rx-7 mods I could find in the past had body kits on them, or stanced wheels, and it just looked, you know, not normal. So it's nice to have a stock looking Mazda Rx-7 mod, and that's what we're going to be driving onto this trailer next. And of course it's right-hand drive. Let's just turn this baby around and load it on. Here we go. And this should be a lot smoother than the first time, since we've got everything prepared for it. And again, we need to go to the Attach Vehicle menu and lock it in place. Now, the next car we're going to be loading on is one of my favourite Subarus, which is the Subaru 22B. Look at this thing. Let me just go to third person and check this out. Isn't that a beautiful car? Look at that. Oh, it's so good. So good. Let's load this thing on. There we go. And again, lock it in position. Top deck rear. There we go. Now we've got the full top deck loaded, we can raise the top deck again. So you can lower and raise the top deck, and there you go, it clips into place. Look at that. So efficient. Now let's go for the next one. So the next car we're going to load on is the Maserati Granturismo S. Let's get a nice outside view of this in a nice deep blue colour. And again, we need to load it by driving it on to the front. And, oh dear. Yeah, I'm not the most efficient at driving this thing from far camera angles. It's quite difficult, but let's lock this in place again. We've now positioned the car correctly. Lower deck front. There you go. It's quite a long process, actually, this. It takes a while to get your cars loaded. But let's load up the menu again. And, yeah, I forgot to mention the car I've got here. It's the Camaro SS. Really nice looking car. We're going to detach the vehicle. And there we go. And now we've just got one remaining spot to fill. And I don't really have one saved for this. I don't know. I've got a load of cars I can choose from. Let's go for the new DLC car. I don't know how new it is. Last time I did a video, I didn't know this car was in the game. I don't think it was in the game when I last did a video. But it's in now. And I think it's a recreation of the Aston Martin 177. I'm not entirely sure. It kind of looks like it. That's what I'm going for anyway. I'm sure you all know. Let's see if we can load this one onto the trailer. Again, let's go for a nice cinematic view. Here we go. Let's load it on. Oops, got the wrong positioning there. I think I might have hit a slight snag with my car choice. I think it might be too wide at the front to fit through the... Let me just change to a different camera angle here. It doesn't fit between the struts at the back of the trailer here, does it? No. I've picked a car that's too wide. Oh, no. Let's change to a different car then. What have we got? Okay, there's a Porsche. I don't know what kind of Porsche. I was being lazy with the vehicle names. It's just a Porsche. Oh, I know. It's the, again, the new one that was added in a DLC. The Pifster. I think it's a recreation of the 918 in real life. It looks a bit different, but it's pretty similar. So we'll go for that. And it's a nice purple colour. So let's load it on. And this one does fit through the rear struts. That's great. So the final car is now loaded. Let's lock it in place. Boom, there we go. And let's have a look from afar what we've got going on here. That actually looks pretty awesome with all the different colours. That is pretty awesome. One thing we do need to do before we drive off is raise this rear ramp. But what I do want to do is see if we can stand on this. No, not jump over it. Whether we can... No, Michael. I'm telling you to stand on it, not jump over it. There we are. I want to see if we can stand on this while it gets raised up. So let's load up the menu and raise the ramp. Here we go. It's a shame you can't get cinematic view when you're on foot, but here we go. We're being raised up and it seems to be working. I'm not getting tipped off. This is quite slow actually, this. The whole process of raising the ramp is infuriatingly slow. It's super slow. And now I'm starting to clip through the... Yeah, starting to clip through the ramp here. But can we jump on top of the cars? Yes, we can. Nope. For now, let's go for a little bit of a drive and test this thing out. Right, here we go. Cinematic view. Oh, yes. That looks so cool from afar. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Wow, we drove all of like 100 meters and we've already had an accident and jackknifed our truck. Oh dear. Come on, why isn't this destructible? It's made of wood. There's no way that would stand up to a truck driving like 100 miles an hour into it. Come on, game. Most things in this game are destructible, but you do often come across these things which you'd think would be destructible, like this wooden sign. Kicking it isn't going to do anything, Michael. But like this wooden sign, which just don't get destroyed. Oh well, no harm done. Bit of damage on the front end of my truck, but that can all be fixed through the power of mods, which we can do now. Fix it up, and let's continue on our drive. I'm actually surprised that the trailer didn't get detached from that. That was pretty big accident, that. But let's keep going. And I think I have a power multiplier, because this seems very fast for a truck towing 6 cars. Do I have a power? Yeah, I do. Engine power multiplier of 100 times. Oh well, let's stick with it. It's pretty nice to have like a supercharged truck or something, I don't know. Very powerful. It's like it's towing nothing at all. This is awesome. Oh, I've done it again! Nothing happened. You didn't see a thing. Nothing happened at all. But let's keep on going. And for some reason the traffic seems to be disabled, but I'm pretty sure it's not disabled, so... Oh well, it doesn't really matter for this mod showcase whether we've got traffic or not. Doesn't really make too much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but let's keep going. Down this rather bumpy road. Seems to be handling us quite nicely though. Going a bit too quick to get some nice shot. Oh dear! There's a river! I didn't think this through! No! Things have gone terribly wrong. No, my Subaru. Oh, no. It's gone for a swim. And so is the SLR. Oh, it's sinking now. Oh, what have we done? I forgot that there was like a really sharp turn at the end of this road. And we've got terrible brakes on this truck. So naturally, there was no way we're going to slow in time for this river. But luckily, the rest of the cars have been saved. But we have got a few casualties here. Favourite car in the world, the Subaru 22B, has become a submarine. And the SLR is just going for a little bit of a dip in the water. So I've just been reloading the trailer, and I did notice a little bit of a shortcut you can do. A little bit of a cheat to load the cars on a bit quicker. I said there was no way to shortcut it, but you apparently can, for the bottom row at least. So if I pull up alongside with it, instead of driving on it, don't know how much quicker this actually is, and then open up the menu, you have to be pretty close for this to work. You can shortcut the entire process and do it from the side instead of directly driving onto it, which means we probably could have got... it's slightly floating. That's a bit peculiar. Anyway, so this means you could probably have got around the issue of it not fitting on purely by just pulling up alongside it in the Aston Martin and then trying to load it. Let's try that actually. Let's do that. So let's get our Aston Martin 177 and pull it up alongside and see if we can load it this time instead of trying to drive it on and hopelessly failing. Here we go. Attached vehicle, lower deck rear. Look at that. It's loaded. Okay. That bypasses the issue of the rear struts being too narrow for this car. But here we are again, off for a nice drive, and this time we're going to try and not crash this thing. But I do want to see how durable this trailer is. Look at that, it's bouncing around like crazy. The cars are just not flying off at all. Holy crap. Okay, that was a bit too extreme. I don't know how the trailer is still attached after that one. That was crazy. That was just craziness. Oh dear, I just killed 2 wolves. Oh dear. Swaying around. Look at this! What is going on? What is going on here? It's some kind of perpetual motion. The trailer has too much momentum and it won't stop swaying. Holy crap! What is going on here? Oh dear. What the hell? Something went majorly wrong with physics in this game there. It was just swaying around from side to side like crazy. It's now parked on the side of a hill. Are the cars still attached? Yes, they are. That's a good sign. Can we still connect up to the trailer again? Please, trailer. I don't want to have to load this again. Oh, man. Can I please tell me the vehicles are still attached? Yes, they are. Okay, let's see if we can try and unload this from this very strange angle. I'm thinking we might need to move the trailer slightly. So we're going to get our truck and bash it into the side of the trailer. I mean, all the cars are looking pretty damaged right now, which is not good. But I do need to push this trailer into a better position so we can actually offload some cars. It wasn't where I intended to offload the cars, but it's going to have to do since we can't seem to connect the trailer up again. Yeah, that'll do. And then let's go up to this trailer and lower the rear ramp. So I can at least show you the process of unloading one car. Now, naturally, you're going to have to unload the cars on the bottom first. So let's attach vehicle, lower rear. So when you do that, you detach the vehicle from the trailer, and you should get teleported inside of it, which we have. There we are, first person mode. Let's have a look behind us. Oh, have I lowered the ramp yet? I don't think I have. Release ramp. There we go. Okay, so let's look behind us and drive out. Oh dear. I've done it again. You see, I was being all clever loading this car onto the trailer, but I didn't think how I was going to load it off, considering this car doesn't fit. So we might have to cheat a bit here. Whoop. Magic. Magic. Clearly magic. Okay, so now we're in our Camaro SS. Let's offload this car with our lovely repaired trailer as well. We can just drive off onto the road. Look at that. Smooth unloading process, so we can park it wherever we want. So we can park it here. But knowing this is GTA 5, this is going to despawn the moment I get into another car, isn't it? That won't be there in a bit. I probably should have installed some vehicle persistence mod before I did this, because all my cars are just going to miraculously disappear every time I offload them. And now we're a bit glitched, but oh well, we can load up the menu and get in this next car. So, attach vehicle, lower deck front, there we go.
Start up, you piece
And
of
close
shit.
this. Reverse out. Not the smoothest exit, but it seems to have worked. And let's see. Yes, it's disappeared. I knew it. I knew all my cars were going to disappear. But now I think it's time for the fun bit, where we try and load some very oversized vehicles onto this trailer and see if it works. So, the first car we're going to try and load onto this trailer, which is ridiculously oversized, is going to be a coach. So let's go to vehicles, saved vehicles, Mercedes coach. It is a modded coach, it's not one that's already in the game, and this one's huge. Look at it, it almost dwarfs the entire truck trailer combo here. Now, we're going to try and drive it on top. It might be a bit wide. That's going to be a problem, I think. It might be a bit too wide to fit through the rear struts, which continue to be a problem in this video. Yeah, it seems to be a bit too wide, I'm thinking. Let's get a better view. First person mode, maybe. Let's see if this is going to fit. No, quite clearly it doesn't fit. So, what are we going to do? I think we might have to do the little flying trick here. What are we attempting to do? This is complete ridiculousness. This is not going to work. What are we doing? Sometimes I question my ideas. This is just not going to work, is it? Let's lower it down. Oh, what the hell? Well, it's not the most stable thing in the world. Let's see if we can lock it in place. Let's pick a top deck middle, maybe? No, it doesn't want to attach. Oh no, it's tipping over, it's tipping over. No, stop. No. Okay, we're good, just stay there. Oh dear, when we get out it's going to unsettle the car, is it? Well, the coach. It's not very elegant, but maybe if we get in the truck this is going to completely work. There's not going to be a single problem with this. It's not going to be a problem at all. Oh man, what are we doing? This is ludicrous. Let's get going. Oh no! It's immediately slipped backwards. It's a bit unstable. Come on. Stay on there. Stay on there. Nope. 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 Oh. Clearly that was never going to work. The moment it said that we couldn't lock it in place, that was just doomed. Doomed to failure. Yeah, let me just go and check what vehicles are supported by this mod before we try anything else. And the coach has miraculously disappeared. Incredible. Okay, so after checking the mod topic, it seems like this trailer only works with cars. So it doesn't work with anything particularly big in the game. In fact, there's nothing that it works that's big. So what I've had to do is find a car mod which replaces a normal car to make it a lot bigger. But yeah, so this is what we're going to be dealing with. It is, of course, the Patriot Limousine. It's not the same as the limousine mod video I did before, the world's longest limousine. I remember that video. That was awesome. But this one's slightly different. It's an SUV, so yeah. But because it replaces a normal car, which should, in all actuality, work with this trailer, then there shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to lock it in place. It's just going to look completely ridiculous. So let's turn this thing around using my tried and tested tactic. Look at that. Efficiency. Pro skills. Insane drift. Let's load this on. It fits. That's a great start. Oh man. It doesn't all fit on at all. The trailer's not big enough. I really don't know what to attach it to. Maybe the back one? Yeah, it's going to have to be the back one, isn't it? So if we load up the menu and attach it to... I don't know if this is the correct one. The rear. Yeah, okay, it's worked perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted. Because I think the centre of the vehicle is, of course, in the centre. So therefore, logically, that is the best position. But it is kind of embedded in the ground at the back. But that doesn't seem to be an issue. Let's then raise the top deck and see if we can load another one on there. This has worked perfectly. This has worked better than I could have ever imagined. Look at this. Look at that overhang at the back. Wow. Provides a bit of shade under here, look. That's great. It is really cool. This is completely ridiculous. Where do I get my ideas from? Why did I decide to do this? Get in there. There we go. Nicely positioned. Nothing wrong with this at all. Apart from the fact I'm looking at that ramp thinking, how is that going to go up with two massive limousines in the way? But anyway, let's raise the rear ramp. Here we go. Raise the ramp. The suspension jumped up a bit, but it is now raising up the ramp. Look at that. Now what's going to happen? Why am I holding a grenade? Oh. Okay then. It's defying physics. It's just going straight through the cars like they don't even exist. That's probably the best outcome, to be honest. Let's get in our truck and go for a bit of a drive with our very oversized load. This is so dumb. Oh man. Okay, then. We'll just have to deal with this. This is just... madness. What about cinematic mode? What does that look like? So yeah, this works. If you want to transport your limousines across the map two at once, you can do it. I have a feeling if I tried to load any more on there, I wouldn't be able to do it because there's now 2 limousines blocking every single position. Let's go over some sand dunes. Whoa! Trailer surprisingly is still attached. Awesome! I'm honestly surprised this has worked as well as it has. There's no issues with physics, it just drives like you've got 2 normal cars attached on the back there. But yeah guys, that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you for this mod. And thank you for watching, and remember to leave some mod suggestions in the comments. That'd be much appreciated. See you next time!